In the Philippines, marami pa rin naniniwala na when it suddenly rains on a sunny day, a monster is about to get married. And the bride is a young lady hypnotized by a half-human, half-horse monster. Hey! It's John Fedellaga at heto na naman ako para maghasik ng lagim at ngiti sa inyong mga labi. Welcome to Monster Makeup! Today's story is about a terrifying Filipino mythical creature of the Tagalog region. He can be your worst nightmare or your alipin na pagsisilbihan ka forever. And we call him the Tikbalang! Pero bago yan, may tuturo ako sa inyo. Kasi ang mga tikbalang, wala silang pakialam sa kilay. Ang kinakailangan nyo talaga ay mga glue. Make sure mo lang hindi pa expire. Na-expire ba ang glue? The reason you're doing this is you're trying to flatten your eyebrows. Then, ilabas niyo yung mga ginagamit niyo sa summer na electric fan. Tapos patuyuin niyo yan. Yan, kung medyo dry na, kuha ka ng bonggang-bongga. Ilalapat mo ngayon yan dyan, sis. Oh! Hindi ba't nawala? Okay, so Tikbalang originated in Luzon. They live in the thick, dark forest of Bulacan, Quezon, Rizal, Cavite. I grew up in Cavite and my lola, ang dami niyang ipinamanang mga kwentong kababalaghan. So sabi ni Lola, Tikbalangs are like centaurs from Greek mythology. Tikbalang has the face and legs of a horse and the body of a man. But unlike centaurs, Tikbalangs only have two long, hairy, muscular legs and their face is similar to a horse. They have a big set of teeth, huge and pointed ears, and buhok na umaabot hanggang batok. Lola said, wag daw ako magtatambay-tambay sa mga ilalim ng malalaking puno. Ay! Sabi ko naman, bakit? Kasi nga, sabi niya, Tikbalangs are like the guardians of the forest. They sit hidden under huge balete or kalumpang trees. I actually remember in one of my Lola's stories, the Tikbalangs are either invisible or shape-shifting tricksters. They will lure you deep into the forest until you get lost and can no longer remember how to come out of the forest. Basically, i-hypnotize niya. Wait lang, tapusin ko lang tong makeup ko. Hindi tayo masyado magfo-focus sa eye makeup today. We're gonna focus on becoming a horse. Shout out sa aking mga oily friends out there. Kapag nag-primer na kayo, dumiretso ka sa mga powder foundation bago ka mag-foundation na liquid. And believe me, this works. Nakapag-party na ako, nakapag-walwal na ako talaga dahil sa mga club. Hoy, fresh pa rin talaga to. Habang nag-shape-shifting tong mga tikbalang na to, mag-shape-shifting din tayo. Hoy! Okay, so mabalik tayo sa kwento. Sabi-sabi that a tikbalang has found his bride kapag biglang umulan ng malakas tapos sobrang tirik na tirik yung araw. Kaya nga yan lagi yung sinasabi sa akin ng mga tao. Kinakasal ka, Mars? Pero, gugustuhin mo bang maging beautiful bride kung ang groom mo ay isang monster? Kumbaga kasi sa tao, ang tikbalang is like a bachelor searching for a bride. Eto nga, yung pinsan ng kapitbahay ng lola ko na inaanak ng ninang ko na kapatid pala ng kapitbahay namin na naging lola ng tatay ko. She lives in the province kasi, near a forest. Tapos, ganda-gandahan daw yun nung dalaga sila. Long hair, fair skin, kilay on flick, naka-lip cheek and tint, ganyan. biyukonera ang physique. Ganito. Nalayo pa ba tayo? Syempre, ang lola ko naman, kabugera din yon. Ayaw niyang maniwala tuloy. Alam niyo na saan ako nagmana. Charot! The beautiful young lady would always pass dun sa huge tree in the forest. And whenever she passes by, she feels like someone is always following her. Until one day, a handsome young man suddenly appeared from the tree. Si ate medyo syunga rin no? Bigla na lang lumabas sa puno, hindi ko ma-orko. Pero the guy introduced himself as a shy guy, new folk in the province, looking for a friendship, mga ganyang atake ng mga baguhan sa probinsya. And eventually, blend ko lang to, bawal to kasing magtagal dito. Yun na nga. So nagkapalagayan na nga tong dalawang to. Lagi sila nagkikita dyan sa malaking puno na yan. All the while, this beautiful lady was not aware that the guy she secretly meets in the forest is a Tikbalang. But there's a twist. The Tikbalang did not know that the woman was getting married. Malandi rin si ate, ikakasal, tapos itinatagpo sa mga puno-puno ng balete. Pero syempre, nung nalaman nung Tikbalang, he got really jealous. And of course, possessive. He insisted on their relationship and asking her to leave her jowa. At gusto niya magstay na sila forever. Ito pa, inaalok na rin yung magpakasal sila. Hoy! Bakit naman ganon? Pero, hindi kaya ni ate girl. This made the Tikbalang very angry. Alam yung ginawa ni Tikbalang? He secretly visits her at night. He makes love with her in her dreams. While this is happening, it leaves bruises dun sa babae. Walang idea si beautiful lady na kineme na pala siya nitong Tikbalang in her dreams. With the magical powers that Tikbalang possesses, bawal na lapitan si girl ng asawa niya. Eto na, until one day, her husband never came home from work. Kasi ginawa ni Tikbalang si husband. They believe that he was tricked by the Tikbalang when he passed by the forest. A month later, nalaman ni beautiful lady na nabuntis siya kahit wala namang nangyayari sa kanya ng husband niya. It is believed that the Tikbalangs are not only looking for brides, they are also looking for women who will give them lots of Tikbalang children. Children! Tapusin ko lang tong contour ko talaga. Doon nga muna kayo. Malala ang contour gagawin natin today. Kasi ang mga Tikbalang, kakaiba yung mukha nila, diba? Kailangan kuha natin yung shape man lang ng mukha nila. Pahabayan natin yung baba with the help of contour. Lahat yan. Dito lang sa with the help of contour. Nagpa-powder kayo. Papasukin nyo talaga. Asan na kayo? Kailangan hanggang dun sa pores nyo. So, alam ko nagtatanong kayo, is there a way to tame a Tikbalang? Okay, so according to my lola again, you have to ride a Tikbalang and then tie a rope on his neck hanggang mapagod tong Tikbalang na to. Huwag kang bibitaw. Sa hawak ka lang. Sasakaw. Huy! Huy! Okay. Kapag napagod tong si Tikbalang, bubunot ka ng pinaka makakapal na spike dun sa batok niya. And once na nakabunot ka niyang matatalim na spike na yan, gawin mo yang agimat. Kasi once na nasuot mo na yan, the Tikbalang will be your slave forever. Okay, so malapit na tayong maging kabayo. Charot. So naglagay na rin pala ako ng kilay. Kasi kilay is life. Bakit? This time, hina-highlight ko na yung pinaka-strong features ng mukha ko. Kailangan talaga lahat ng structure, bone structure ng face nyo, i-highlight nyo using a white powder. Color yellow actually sa akin. Mag-focus kayo ng bongga dito sa alam niyo yung pati ng mukha nyo hanggang ma-achieve nyo yung parang kabayo na to. Parang ibo-bronze din natin kasi morena rin yung mga tikbalang. Pilipino. Oo. Susundan mo lang yung kinontour mo. Para yung center ng face nyo, talaga na-emphasize siya. Pero ang gagamitin yung blush mo, tamang lang. Kasi hindi ka naman papageant. Tikbalang ka nga, di ba? Huwag ka nang mag-lipstick. Di ba? Ang gandang tikbalang. Now, it's the part that I really, really like. Itong effect, parang may buo-buong skin. Parang scary pa rin siya kapag nalagyan mo siya ng highlighter. Si masculine ng tikbalang. Let's bring out the masculinity of his face. Hoy! Kahit nakapilik mata ka. Okay, when it comes sa lips, I'm gonna go with the darker one. Kasi dark din yung balak ng tikbalang. Charot. Okay, so my lola heard of a story. A man who actually befriended a tikbalang. So after all the efforts, sinakyan niya yung tikbalang, kinuha niya yung pinakamatala sa likod ng batok ng tikbalang, pinagod niya pa yung tikbalang. After all of those efforts, yung loyalty ng tikbalang at saka yung protection napasa hanggang sa family niya. Hanggang ngayon, nararamdaman pa rin ng family. Bakit parang... malapit na tayong tumikbalang for today's video, babe. With all these ears, nako, iwi-wish mong tikbalang ka na lang kapag nakita mo tong look na to. Ha! Shhh! Hindi ba't sabi ko sa inyo namang hihilingin mo na maging tikbalang ka for today's video. There are many mythical creatures that give mystery to different places in the Philippines. And the urban legends about them do not only scare us to sleep. Like the tikbalang, it also warns us of chilling consequences of our actions. Babala sa mga mahilig mag-adventure dyan at feeling nyo nawawala kayo or may sumusunod sa inyo, turn your shirts inside out to let them know that you are no harm. Anywhere we go, we must respect the places and huwag tayong masyadong maingay. Thank you so much for watching my transformation into one of the popular Filipino mythical creature, the Tikbalang. Now, it's your turn naman. I challenge you to recreate this look. Ayan, para naman matingnan natin kung anong iba't ibang klaseng pagkakaintindi nyo sa mga tikbalang. Siyempre, i-comment down nyo nga dyan yung mga encounter nyo o kung meron kayong mga alam na kwento tungkol sa tikbalang. Comment nyo na rin sa baba kung sino ang next gusto nyong makitang mythical Filipino creature na kaya kong i-glam up sa next video. Again, this is John Fedellaga na nagpapaalala na ingat-ingat kayo sa mga possessive na tikbalang. And of course, see you on my next Monster Makeup